guys, my name is Jack Rowell. I was asked to put together a video for you guys. Hopefully you can take something away from this. Very excited and humbled to do this for you guys. A little bit about my backstory as a Haibu rep. I've had 74 new sales this last year. I was #1 in the VUCAS region for dollars and digital sold as an AE. So very humbled. It was a great ride, and we hope to continue that. A little bit more about my background is this is my first year in sales. So I haven't done sales before, so I didn't really know what I was doing. I still sometimes wondered, obviously I'm doing something right, but this is kind of the program I follow to get there. I worked in the oil and gas industry, kind of that blue collar kind of guy, and so I had developed that strong work ethic. Putting in those long hours, that time away from home, away from the kids. So being part of Haibu has really kind of changed all that for me. I'm able to help coach my kids' baseball team. I'm able to help go work and pound those doors, but have fun as well and have that income, that uncapped income to go make that happen. The company sets up those directions. They give you those bonus incentives, kind of that direction of what they were looking for in us and me, kind of telling me what I needed to focus on throughout the year. And I've had good managers and people in place to kind of help guide me. So I want to thank them as well. Before I get started is you can't do this stuff on your own. But it's great. And so the things that we put together, like the 3 keys for my success, are being excited. #1 is you gotta be excited about what you're doing. You have to find excitement in the products. You have to know your products well. It was hard for me at first, not coming from this background, to really learn, but you gotta be a student of what you're doing all the time. Things are changing. You tell your customers this. This is an ever-changing world. It was a whirlwind for me, but I'm excited because I know we have really good stuff out there. And when I have that excitement and I'm sitting there explaining it to somebody and I have that excitement, it develops that fear of loss. You can't have that fear of loss if you don't have that excitement, right? So you have to get out there, and that's what I've found is excitement drives that fear of loss. It's getting on board, and to always kind of come in with that smile. It's not awesome all the time. Sometimes I have to make those calls to Mike to get my head right, so you don't get bogged down with issues. You sell 74 new, chances are somebody's not going to be entirely happy with the product that turned out or whatever. I had to set that day aside to deal with some of those issues. If it started to bog me down, I pass it off. I pass it up to your managers. There's people in place that are there to help you. Everybody wants to see you succeed. We're in this together, so that was great. But that helps keep your attitude, right? So you keep your attitude, you keep that excitement, you drive that fear of loss, and then tenacity drives right into tenacity, being determined, getting through those no's to find that yes. That's what we're here to do. No's can kind of burn you down for a little while, but for me, I find exciting because there's that one door waiting just down at the end of the street that is a yes, and when you're there, you have to be persistent. So when others might walk away, I stay and start asking them questions. I try to find those pain points. What do you love about your website? What do you hate about your website? 9 times out of 10, they're gonna tell you what they like or hate about it. Do you like posting on social media? You already know those answers. You're already there, you have the purpose. Maybe they don't have time. Maybe it's been 1,000 days since they looked at their website, and you know this, but you ask them and they say, oh, it's too hard to make changes, and those pictures are old, or it's not really representative to what we're doing today. Great, well, we can change that and we can evolve with you, which is really good. It makes me excited to see other people excited about what we're doing as well. So I kind of feed on that. When you're rolling, you really start rolling. In complacency. Don't get complacent. Always find new angles. Here we are running these verticals, the Google webinars, and I've, kind of taken direction from that a little bit. We have our summers and winters and different companies to go visit, different seasons. I've got 1 year in, and I've had to work with my manager. Hey, where would be a good vertical to work? I feel like I'm falling on my face this month, and he might ask me, what kind of doors are you hitting? Where are you going? and we've had to change some things up. So good communication helps with that complacency. And then, you know, ideas to get me in the door. You have to have a purpose. So when you're excited, you've made those pain points, you've done your homework, you have to have some answers. You have to have a reason to be there. I'd always run a listing scan, a pre-scan tool, all the tools that they give us here to utilize to go in the door. We're working on our opening lyrics consistently. That's so we don't get complacent in what we're doing. Maybe it's time to shake things up. If something's not working, change it. That's what I'm constantly trying to find new ways of getting through that door and getting past those no's, being persistent with them. The other thing is referrals. You know, talk to them. Hey, you know, you love this stuff. Who else do you think might like this stuff? Looking at, you know, these postcards. I got these postcards in the mail. I put some tires on my truck, and you know, the postcard was like, you know, was my visit poor, average, or excellent? Well, if I fill this out and mail it in, it's going to land on some manager's desk, right? He's not going to really do anything about it. I'm thinking in my mind when I got this immediately, is Haibu reviews. You know, ask us how we did. He's still going to get that report back. But in that instance, when it's good, it's going to go online for everybody to see. It's going to help their reputation. And that's what he's trying to protect with that. Ask that question before maybe I left a bad review. But I don't know, I'm gonna have to go in there and have a conversation with them. So I'm constantly looking at that. I use Facebook and ask friends who they know that, you know, they're frustrated with, and when they go to their website, always looking at those angles. But I always come right back here to have that goal. When you talk about keeping your head right, for me it was a President's Club this first year in, this vacation, I was made it. I'm really happy about that. Had a great year. And I want to thank you guys again, and contact me anytime if you have any questions. Thank you.